Apparently, Carrie Fisher is in Bundle of Joy. Given the title of the film and the nature of the plot, that's really rather sweet. This is the 1956 film Bundle of Joy, starring the wonderful Debbie Reynolds and Eddie Fisher. It's directed by Norman Taurog, and if you're not aware, Eddie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds were married. They are the parents of Carrie Fisher. And we won't get into how, Fisher left for Elizabeth Taylor and anything, but apparently Debbie Reynolds was actually pregnant for some of the filming of this film with little Carrie Fisher, her own Bundle of Joy. I find that adorable. The film itself is amazing. It's not necessarily my favourite Debbie Reynolds film because, I really like Tammy a lot. But this one is maybe in my top 5 Reynolds films. I thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. It's kind of like a semi-musical because there are maybe like 3 or 4 songs in it. It's not a proper musical, but I absolutely loved it. So the description from IMDb so you can know what I'm actually rambling on about. After finding a baby outside an orphanage, a salesgirl, played by Debbie Reynolds, receives sympathy from those around her, including the boss's son, as they all assume the baby is hers. So basically, she finds a baby on the doorstep of this foundling hospital. She tries to give them the baby, and they are saying that it's hers. They don't believe her that she just found this baby, so she ends up taking this baby and having to look after this baby. And she ends up... It's hard to spoil when you can see on the poster you have Eddie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds. She ends up sparking some kind of relationship with Eddie Fisher's character, Mr. Merlin, Dan Merlin, and Reynolds' character, Polly Parish, is obviously struggling with her job and not having a job and having a job and looking after the baby. It's very intense, and there are other people around her who want to kind of help, and most people think it's hers. She sometimes tries to convince people it isn't. And it's a very mixed up plot in a really good way, because the character doesn't know where her head's at, and you kind of feel that at times. But it's also really heartwarming, really lovely. It's not, to my surprise, it's not really about Polly getting to grips with suddenly being a mother. There are a few scenes where she's learning how to do things with the baby. But for the most part, it's not like she's suddenly had her life flipped upside down because of this baby. It's more about how she's going to work and support the baby financially and, should she claim it as her own. It sounds like a load of nothing when I say it out loud. It sounds like not much happens, but it's a roller coaster. She's constantly going around in circles with the same people and the same problems, and it's a lot of fun. And for me, Debbie Reynolds is just absolutely everything in this. She's wonderful, she's gorgeous, her singing voice is as beautiful as always. There are some really good songs in this. Eddie Fisher is very entertaining to watch. This is actually the first of Eddie Fisher's films that I've seen, and according to the poster, this is the first of their films together, which it is. It is a bit weird to watch, knowing that that's the parents of one of my favourite people in all the world. Now, I'm a big Debbie Reynolds fan, but it must be weird for Carrie and her brother Todd to have watched this film knowing that her parents are acting together. It's kind of weird. But the film is brilliant. The songs, as I said, are great. The narrative goes around in circles, but because of the confusion Polly is feeling, it really works. The costumes, oh my goodness, the costumes are amazing. They are so glorious. If you haven't got time to watch the film just now, just go to Google Images and look at the costumes and the hairstyles, and it's incredible. I'm sure Polly's hair changes colour at one point. I don't know if I was just losing my mind, but I'm sure it does. But it's a lovely, lovely story. It takes a few slightly odd twists and turns, but it's the 50s. I'll let it get away with it. Bundle of Joy. Oh, dare I say it? Yes, I do. I love Debbie Reynolds. Bundle of Joy is an absolute bundle of joy.